and bass up the track a little bit, because I want to hear that booms, booms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know the business. Common sense. So, they lie. Get all the play out. Rhyme say. Like this.
Hello everybody. Today I'm on the 2015 Duke 390, the baby brother of the Duke series. I did the 690 recently and I fell in love with it. Probably one of my most favorite bikes I've ever ridden. So I'm really excited to ride the mini version of it. Apparently this is the tip of the top when it comes to the starter bike lineups compared to the Ninja 300 and the CBR 300. It's drastically lighter than its competitors. This bike is just over 300 pounds. It's got the peak power out of the lineup also at 43 horsepower, and it has 25 foot-pounds of torque, which is quite a bit for such a small bike or such a lightweight bike. I love it so far. This thing's a peppy little beast. It's my first time riding anything this small in CC, and I have a lot of my friends and viewers asking about beginner bikes and what would be a good starter bike, and this thing looks-wise is 100%. It's probably one of the best looking bikes you can buy. It doesn't look like a starter bike. It looks very similar to the Duke 690. Actually, upon first glance, I thought it was just a black version of the 690 that I rode recently. And at 60-70 pounds lighter than the 690, which was an already incredibly agile bike, I'm curious to see how this will do. I'm not going to do anything crazy today, just more city riding. It is definitely for a shorter person. I'm 5'6", and it fits me pretty well. You do sit very upright, and it does have somewhat of a rake forward. Cool little motor, sounding motor anyways. It's a 373cc, so it's bigger than its competitors also, because they're usually around 296 and around 300. It's a rev happy motor. Wow, that's a quick little bike. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. It's got a pretty low seat height. You know, it is made for a smaller rider in my opinion. Even somebody 5'4" could ride this bike and touch flat-footed. Nice little gauge cluster. It's pretty easy to read. Very balanced. And at, you know, just over 300 pounds, this bike is easy to move around. The cool factor on this bike is much higher than its competitors. I personally don't like the looks of the starter bikes. You can just tell that they're trying to tone down the aggressive look, and it kind of takes away from the desire to drive them or even, you know, consider them. Where this thing, it looks like the Duke 690 in black. Like this one is, with the orange frame and the orange wheels. The contrast looks so badass. And it's got a ton of pep. This does not feel like 373 cc's. This is a monster. It doesn't have too much low-end torque, so it makes it that much easier to ride for somebody who's not used to riding. But it's a rev-happy motor. It makes all its power in the top end, and man, I'm just blown away by that. That's crazy. I was not expecting this to be that quick of a bike. I 100% suggest this bike already for a beginner bike. 100%. Gets lots of looks. People are looking at me. Great shifter on it. The clutch lever is very, very light. It does have the anti-hop or anti-slipping clutch like the 690 does. So the lever pull is reduced by 50%, which again is very nice for somebody that is just starting to ride. Your arm can get fatigued with those heavier clutches and when you're not used to pulling on a clutch. And this is a nice light clutch pull. does have ABS also, which is standard on it. And it's got big, powerful brakes on it too. I'm having a blast on this thing. I'm definitely going to do a longer ride because this thing is just so much fun. Oh, it's got a little shift light on it too. It's kind of handy. Because the RPM gauge is kind of hard to read, but what a blast. It does not feel like it has 43 horsepower. I am shocked about how responsive and how quick this little thing is. What a fantastic, well-developed, well-built, sorted bike this is. I am 100% satisfied with this bike. I just did the kid jerking like, oh my god! So much fun. And coming from my powerful bikes that I'm used to, the 1000s and 750s and the higher powered bikes, you wouldn't think this thing would be that much fun, but oh my god, it's just so light. It's playful, it sounds great, especially on decel. I am impressed. I am impressed, KTM. This is a very well developed bike. So much fun. Oh, rigger. So much fun. Well, beginner riders, you have my approval to buy something under 600 cc's. This thing is a riot. And I can't get over how good it looks. It is a beautiful bike. Oh my god, I love this thing. This thing is so much fun. Agile. Oh my god, it's so lightweight. And at 50 to 60 pounds lighter than the competitors, it's kind of hard not to choose this bike. It's pretty similar in price, and for all that you get standard, this is the way to go. You could track this bike. You could take it easily onto a track. It's got a good set of tires from the factory. It's lightweight. It's got plenty of power to have fun with. Anybody who's getting into racing or getting into sport bikes, this is the bike to choose. I don't want to take this thing back. I'm having so much fun on this thing. For sure does wheelies. Yes, 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 and more yes. The Duke 390 has my approval. 100% best first bike you can buy. No question about it. It's lightweight, it's powerful, it sounds good, it's got phenomenal brakes, it's easy to ride, it's got great balance, clutch is nice and light, the seat height is relatively low. Yes, 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 and more yes. I'm in love with this little thing. That was an absolute joy. An absolute joy. I'll actually take this bike out again.